And a so-called taxpayer group in California is using the Republican name to confuse voters into supporting a major tax hike under Proposition 13. One America's Pearson explains.
A group known as the California Republican Taxpayers Association is calling on state Republicans to vote in favor of Proposition 13 in Tuesday's primaries. But Prop 13 is a major new tax, and after a little digging, the group's background raises serious red flags among California's Republican voters. For starters, while the group bills itself as the most trusted Republican taxpayers group in California, it was totally unheard of by most taxpayers before this election. Despite its branding, the group appears to be started by a political consultant working for none other than Abel Maldonado, the former lieutenant governor of California and the very man responsible for helping pass one of the biggest tax increases in American history. During his time in office, Maldonado made a reputation for himself as being famously anti-taxpayer, despite promising to oppose any new taxes. And true to form, the California Republican Taxpayers Association is urging voters to support Prop 13, a massive tax increase set to cost taxpayers nearly $30 billion over its lifetime. When it goes to a vote on Tuesday, Prop 13 will see voters decide whether or not they allow the state to borrow tens of billions of dollars to pay for repairs and upgrades in schools. And although the bill itself doesn't even mention the word tax, the only way the schools could raise that money is by approving an increase in property taxes. With Democrats putting over 200 new taxes up for a vote in California's primaries on Tuesday, it's unlikely Republicans would vote for any more. That is, unless they were endorsed by a Republican-sounding association. But now that group, which uses a UPS mailbox for its office location and is no longer allowed to use an elephant on its logo since it isn't an official Republican organization, is using the Republican label on radio ads and on millions of mailers, confusing voters across the state. The group has already drawn condemnation from the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association, which called it a fake organization aimed at scamming voters into supporting Prop 13. And apparently, it's working, as some voters have already reported mistakenly voting for the costly tax increase. Pearson, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.